Hello and welcome to our preview of the final here at the Barclays ATP World Tour Finals. My name's Jason Goodall, I'm here with Robbie Koenig, and we couldn't have wished for a more fitting finale to the 2010 season.
Oh, you're absolutely right. Two best players in the world going at it. It's a rivalry that transcends the sport of tennis. This is the 22nd meeting between the two, and of those 22 meetings, 17 have been in finals. That's unbelievable.
And if you look at the head-to-head in a little more detail, it's fascinating. Nadal's won 14 of their previous meetings, yet if you take away his 10 victories on his beloved clay, then Federer leads the head-to-head record 7-4, so he's got to take heart from that.
He certainly has, and I think this surface in particular gives Federer a good chance. This week the ball is bouncing a little low on the hard courts here, and we know whenever they play on clay, Nadal's forehand is so effective. He gets it up high to the backhand side of Federer, but this week it's important to highlight the fact that the court is bouncing low, because I think that's going to favour Roger big time.
Well, if you look at the two meetings that they've had previously on an indoor court, Federer's won both in straight sets, so really he must be looking forward to taking on Nadal tomorrow.
And I think it's important, the game plan that he implements against Rafael. I think he's got to be aggressive like he has been throughout the group stages, and like he was in his match against Djokovic, where he was attacking, throwing everything at him. And I think it's important to get the tactic right. When you play against Nadal, you've got to go aggressively to the forehand, get Nadal moving out to his left. And I think if he gets that right, he's got a good chance of improving on that head-to-head record.
And of course it all starts with the serve when you come up against Nadal, especially for someone like Federer. His serve is outstanding. The disguise on the shot is superb. He can hit all four serves to both service boxes off exactly the same ball toss by just fine-tuning the contact point. And his serve this week has been outstanding. Incredibly, when hitting his first serve slice out wide to the juice court, in all of his matches, he's only lost 1 point throughout the course of the week. So against a left-hander, it's going to be incredibly effective, surely. Absolutely.
You know, especially when you get off to a good start in every game, it puts you in such a good mindset, and that's so important from when he plays against Rafa, because he knows the mental challenge is such a big one every time he comes up against the Spaniard. And you know, so often we talk about the serve and we talk about the we don't talk enough about the placement of it. There's so many more guys out there with bigger serves, but when it comes to placement, Federer is the best.
Yeah, only serving about 125, 126, 127 miles an hour, but he can hit his corners when serving to both the right and the left court. So that's going to be important tomorrow. We're going to keep an eye on how many first serves he gets in and when he gets those first serves in. But what's Nadal going to do to try and improve his record against Federer indoors?
Well, I think similarly he has to serve well. He's got to mix it up. He did it so well in his match against Murray, where he used the body forehand serve a lot in the opening set and at the tail end of the third when he really needed to. I think Federer returns better off the backhand side, so I think that tactic is going to be equally important when he takes on Roger. And the other thing that he's obviously got to do is he's got to get that lefty forehand going, get it nice and high, and try and get a lot of work on the ball, because of course the court, as I mentioned, is bouncing a little low, so he's got to get a lot of work on the forehand and get it up nice and high to Federer's backhand side.
And it's interesting, you mentioned the height at which the ball's bouncing on this particular court, and we've seen Federer this week use that slice backhand a lot, especially the one that he digs in short. It only bounces like 3 or 4 inches off the court, and someone like Nadal with those extreme grips, particularly on the forehand, has difficulty with that shot. So I think we might see Federer use that one a lot.
Well, I think it's going to be imperative if he wants to have success. Take Nadal out of the comfort zone, because we know how well he moves laterally on the baseline. I'm not saying he moves badly when he's moving up the court, but certainly you are taking him out of his comfort zone, and it's a shot that's going to have to work well tomorrow for Roger if he's going to come out on top.
So it's going to be a fascinating match. There's absolutely no question about that. Who's going to remain victorious?
I think it's going to be Nadal. I called him at the start of the week, and like they say, you always got to stick with the girl that you came to the dance with, so I'm staying with Rafa.
Well, it's going to be an interesting one in the commentary box, because I think Federer is playing well enough this week to actually go through Nadal tomorrow, and I think particularly if he's able to serve well, that he might get the better of Nadal, so he's my pick. Whatever happens, you can catch it all live on tennistv.com. We'll see you there. Bye for now.